Hey Guitar Dudes and Dudettes, thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look at my new Telecaster. This is the Professional II in Dark Night. Let's have a closer look. So what exactly does $14.99 US get you in terms of a new Pro 2 Telecaster? Well, for one thing, you get this super heavy-duty hard-shell case. It's complete with the TSA style lock, the push button on the latches there, heavy-duty handle. It's even got these indentations on the top. There's feet on the bottom that match. In case you've got more than one, they'll stack on top of each other. So a pretty heavy-duty case. Personally, I would rather have a tweed case at this price point. I just think if you're going to get a really cool Fender guitar, it's kind of nice to get that old school style tweed case. But I guess if you're going to be traveling a lot or you're going to ship the guitar or whatever, this is probably a lot sturdier and you're not going to worry about tearing it up as much. But the most important thing is not the case, it's what's in the case. So let's take a closer look and see what's inside. So there it is, boys and girls. This is the Professional II Telecaster in Dark Night. And you can kind of see what they're going for there in terms of the finish. It's kind of a dark blue in the center, almost a black, a reverse fade, and it comes out toward the edge where it gets to be a lighter blue. My camera probably won't do it justice. I'll try to get you some closer up pictures, but it's a metal flake blue. It's very, very sparkly, and really like it a lot. I actually went into the store here locally. I've got a mom and pop shop that sells Fender and soon to be a Gibson dealer, which I'm excited about. And they had several of the new ones, including the Miami Blue, which has the maple neck, and that's exactly what I was going in there to see. But when I saw this beauty in the shop, I was like, wow, I really like that a lot. And so we'll go over some of the specs here. Let me get a little bit closer up view for you, and we'll talk about what's new on the new Pro 2 Telecaster. So now we can take a closer look at some of the specs on the Pro 2 here. For starters, you get the Tim Shaw V-Mod 2 pickups. What the difference between the original V-Mods and the V2 are, I'm not clear on. I had a set of the original ones in a Mexican Telecaster that I upgraded. I can't really hear any difference other than the fact they're called the V-Mod 2s. I don't really know what the difference is. If there is any difference to my ear, it's slight. One of the cool things about this guitar though is the bridge. This has the bullet style saddles here on the bridge. I was trying to look for the word saddles. These are the bullet saddles and compensated bullet saddles. But it's also interesting in the fact that you can string this guitar through the body, or you can also use the holes that are in the bridge itself to string it from the top. Fender says that if you string it from the top, you'll get a situation where the strings have less tension on them, gives you more of a twangy tone to the guitar. That's their statement, not mine. One of the coolest things on the guitar though that I like is this push-push situation on the tone knob. So when it's in the up position and you're in the middle pickup selector, both pickups together, this up will put them in series, which gives you a fatter, kind of a warmer tone that's kind of cool, a little bit crunchier, maybe a little bit to my ear. We'll check that out after a bit. Now, one thing that I was disappointed about was it does not come with locking tuners. So I went ahead and upgraded already to locking tuners, but seriously, Fender, 1,500 bucks. You can't throw some locking tuners on this guitar. A little bit bummed out about that.
You get a little bit of case candy. Comes in this big giant compartment right here. I'll show you a picture of what you get case candy wise, but it's a little certificate. All comes in like a leather pouch with some tools, keys for the lock, etc. There's some instructions for stringing the guitar up different ways, and how to set up this bridge, and what everything does. Also, now one thing I wanted to mention is the neck shape. It's classified as a deep C, but I don't really like that nomenclature. To me, it feels more like a modern C, at least up around the nut area, which is a bone nut, by the way. You get 22 tall frets. They're not jumbo, but they are tall. Anyway, the neck shape, it's like a modern C, and then as you move your way down closer to the body on the guitar, it maybe widens out a little bit and thickens up a tad, but if you're a modern C guy, you probably won't even notice it. So I really think they're doing a disservice to the guitar calling it a deep C. I think some people might be turned off by that, thinking it's going to be a big old chunky neck, but it's really not. So we'll take it out. Let me flip it over. I'll show you the case candy compartment and what you get in there, and then we'll look at the back of the guitar, and then we'll do some more sound checks. So the compartment on this case is rather large. I mean, you could easily put cables in there and a strap or what have you to take with your guitar. You might even be able to squeeze a mini pedal in there. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty good size. So put the guitar down in here, and we'll kind of give you a close-up look. So we were talking a minute ago about the neck shape on this guitar. I'm going to see if I can zoom in here a little bit and maybe try to give you like a look at the shape itself. So to me, it just appears, you know, normal C shape, and maybe it gets a little wider, but it doesn't really get a lot deeper, just a little bit maybe. So I don't know, to me it's just feels like a modern C neck. Now here's kind of a nice look at the back of the guitar. I know you're going to get some reflection and some glare off my light there, but I wanted you to be able to see the cool metal flake that runs all the way through, even into the darker color. And also I forgot to mention the nice rounded off heel joint for easy access to solo land. So yeah, it's a gorgeous guitar. You can see here's the actual blue color without any of the fade on it. Super cool guitar, really liking it. Let's go plug it into the Friedman JJ Jr. We'll put it on the clean channel and check out all the different positions. Alright, we're plugged into the JJ Jr. now, the Friedman JJ Jr. combo. I've got the volume at about 7 and the presence is at 7. We're kind of in the medium tone range with the 3-position switch. The modern clean, it's either darker or brighter from here, so we're in the middle. XLR cab sim is what you're hearing. It's got the 10 dB cut, keep from blowing out the mic. The axis control for the microphone is set on the edge right there, so that's what you're hearing, and this is completely dry, no effects. Alright, now for fun, we're going to put a little delay and reverb in there. So I'm using the new Exit Atlantic, the Bucket Brigade delay. I've got the time set to about quarter, repeats at about 11 o'clock, 1/3 output, and we're in the effects loop. It helps a lot. Now we're going to put a little reverb on. This is the spring reverb. I've got the decay at about 11, also about 1/3 on the output. So here's the delay and reverb together. Alright, now let's try the middle position. So this is a middle position without the series, so just normal Telecaster middle position. Now, listen to the difference when I pop that push switch out.
that's going to be a really usable thing right there for a lot of different songs or Stratocaster type tones or what have you. I really like that. Big difference there. All right, now we'll go up to the neck, and it's basically your standard neck tone. Oh. All right, so the sweet spot's obviously here. This sounds fantastic, and I tell you what, it takes pedals really well. This amplifier does. So the twanginess of this guitar sounds so much different than my other guitars. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Can't really put it down. If you're thinking about getting one of these, I think $14.99 is a fair deal for everything that you get. It's really a well-made guitar. The rolled edges on the fretboard is great. The fretwork is great. Nice piece of wood. It's not overly heavy. Sounds terrific. Didn't have to touch the setup, right out of the box, ready to go. The only thing I did was put locking tuners on it. And really, that's my only complaint, other than I'd rather have a Tolex case, but who cares about the case? It's going in the closet anyway. So yeah, a lot of fun. The Dark Knight. Thanks for checking out the video. As always, rock on.